Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So today I have another Blue Label Chavez pocket knife to unbox, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous box. I know it's just a box, but they did a really, really good job. And let's just get right into it. Just a cool logo underneath as well. This is a magnetic box. Again, done very, very well. And really excited to get this one in hand because it's even smaller than the Redención Street, which I love this thing. It's a great, great pocket knife, and I am hoping this one is just as good. And we're going to get a close look at it, but I'm going to get the pocket clip, or the skull pocket clip, ready because I am going to swap it out. And underneath, I guess somebody from the other unboxing I did for the Street, they didn't know that there was stuff underneath, so if you guys do order one of these, don't forget there is stuff under the foam. You do have a really cool cleaning cloth, just beautifully done. And you get quite a few stickers down there, so keep that in mind. But let's take a close look at this Tack. This is just a really, really small knife, and I think just a great design overall. I just want to put that out there that I do love the lineup, but let's take a close look at this Tack. This is the green micarta, or sorry, black micarta with the blacked out hardware, blacked out blade. Everything is blacked out with a really gorgeous stone wash. So you guys can see it right there. And I'm going to open this up before I swap out the pocket clip, but it's a flipper tab only. And yeah, just as expected, fires right out, very, very snappy. But here it is opened up, Elmax steel. I did get the drop point style blade. I think it's the best looking blade shape on this series, but there are Tontos, and if you guys are Tonto fans, then they do provide that. Just a beautiful, beautiful stone wash. I love a black wash finish. I think it, especially when it's done very well, which this is. Really quick, let's swap out that pocket clip for the really, really nice skull pocket clip. These are all T.A.K screws, or the hardware is T.A.K all the way around. So keep that in mind. One thing I just noticed is they do have the holes drilled out for the Tack. So you guys can see they don't have them drilled out on the Street here for the pocket clip, which is interesting. But that's okay. And for some reason, some people, or yeah, I'd say some people aren't fans of the skull pocket clip. And I don't know why that is. I'm assuming they're scared of the skull, or I don't know. I think it looks cool. It's definitely a noticeable piece off of a Chavez knife. And again, I think it complements it very, very well. But we are going to install this awesome clip. Now it is left and right hand carry optional. So if you are left-handed, they set you up and you're ready to go. You don't need to pre-drill any holes. So that is a plus. And that's it, you guys. Just took me a few seconds to install it, but that is what I am talking about. That just looks really, really good. Again, you have that really nice, aggressive stone wash or black wash. And I wish I could engrave. I think that's a skill I want to pick up so then I can put more detail into it. But just really, really well done. Here's the show side, and that action is really, really nice. This thing fires out with some serious authority. And let's see if we can do the... Okay, I don't even know what to call this flick, but I do enjoy doing it with my flipper tab only pocket knives. I think it feels good, but let's check out those ergos. So without choking up on this finger choil up in the front, yeah, really, really comfortable. Even though my pinky is, it's about halfway on, but feels good in hand. I have medium to large size hands, so feels very, very good. That jimping is very aggressive, but it feels comfortable in hand. And let's check out the reverse grip. Oh yeah, feels really, really good in hand and tucks away nicely. Get just really surprised on how good the ergos are on this thing, especially for its size. And I'll put these specs up on screen so you can see what you're dealing with here. But since I have the Street next to me, you guys can see the size comparison here. And I will definitely be picking up the full size, so I'll add it to the collection up here once I get it. Now I'm going to give you guys a comparison to a very popular knife, the Para 3. So that way, just get a better understanding. But there you are, definitely a smaller knife, but love the fact that it is on the smaller side. Now this front finger choil is, I wouldn't even say it's a finger choil because my finger can barely fit in there. But if your fingers are small, you can kind of sneak up in there. Access to the liner lock is easily accessible, so that's really nice. I wonder if they did. Yeah, so they removed just a little bit of material here on the show side liner, so you can get access to that. So really, really nice. And that blade is, I like how it gets sucked in by that detent here. See if you guys can see it. But yeah, really, really grabs it and sucks it in. I think that's tuned perfectly. And the acoustics on it, I highly doubt my microphone can pick it up, but just sounds really, really good. And let's check out where that detent breaks. Let's see if it's right there. Okay, so very, very short. You guys can see right there, it hits the ball detent. So you're not going to run into that issue where the flipper tab interferes. So you guys can see the flipper tab hits and it's ready to go back in. But there's some knives where the detent is not super short like this, and when the flipper tab hits you, it's not even past it, and then you can't even swing it shut. So this does not have that issue. I really, really like that. Again, these knives are very well made. I believe they're manufactured by Riat, so no surprise there. Really, really pleased with this one. Let me know down below if you guys have picked up any of the Blue Label versions. I think the Tack is great. I mean, this thing is brand new, but the Redemption Street is, I mean, I really, truly love this knife. I think it's amazing, and I cannot wait to customize it. And same with the Tack. Same feature where you can remove these 3 screws and the scale pops off. You don't have to take this knife apart, which I think is great. And really quick, since we're talking about disassembly, I want to see, I'll do a full-length disassembly video soon. But really quick, let's just see what's underneath. I am curious. So, pops right off. You guys can see it right there. And you do have body screws holding this knife together. So even if you do remove the scales, it'll still function, which I think is pretty cool. One thing I've noticed is that this doesn't have that backspacer feature like the Redemption Street here, where if you guys saw the disassembly video, you can turn this backspacer around and it does have a lanyard hole as an option. But as you guys can see on the Tack, that is not the case, but that's all right. Again, I highly recommend these knives, especially for the price point. I believe this Tack was $140, but if you guys go to whitemountainKnives.com, you guys can use my discount code Nathan's Knives and get 10% off at checkout. So you can save a few bucks there, and I highly recommend White Mountain Knives. I love their website. They carry really, really good stuff. There is the Chaves Knives Blue Label Tack. I think this thing is sweet. Love the size, and I cannot wait to customize this thing. So expect a video out soon. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys on the next one.